Really? Okay. So tell me what we're looking at here.
The talented model makers at National Geospatial Intelligence Agency used hundreds of pieces of all-source intelligence to create a 7-to-1 scale model of the Abbottabad compound. And that original model was used to brief the policymakers and used by the assault team to plan their raid. NGA made 2 additional copies of the model for the historical record. This is our copy.
Now, this is, obviously, this is done by satellite, by pictures on the ground, all sorts of different sources.
All source intelligence on this.
How accurate was it?
As accurate as secret could make it. It was used to brief the policymakers, used by the assault team to plan their raid, and then the same intelligence that was used to make this as accurate as possible was used to build a full-scale mock-up on which the assault team practiced, and that is a piece of the mock-up. It comes from right about here on the mock-up compound. So when the assault team came in to practice their various assault scenarios, they would first map it out using the model, then go practice it on the mock-up, return to correct, go practice again, break for lunch. Our facilities people would come in, rebuild everything they'd blown apart, and they practiced again and again and again.
And where did the first helicopter land and crash?
First helicopter landed here. The
Out?
first one landed right here. The second helicopter was to drop the team on the villa.
Right.
And then, as he came in fast, with rotors churning, the downwash from the rotors bounced back up over him, and it's called settling with power. So he gets caught in his own vortex. Skids this way, puts the nose down in the courtyard. Everyone got off safely.
And this is where he lands.
Right. I think we got the best feedback we ever could have hoped to receive when every single one of the assault team returned alive. And then they said we felt like we'd been there before. This work saved lives.
Oh, I'm sure that every step of the way. Of course, they didn't know what they were going to see inside the building because you couldn't. Could you? You're giving me an odd look.
That we can't talk about.
You're suggesting they did know what was going on inside the building.
No, I'm only saying we can't discuss it. But the entire raid lasted 39 minutes.
And they felt that they had seen it all.
They felt like they'd been there before because of the preparation and time spent with this model and the mock-up.
And now tell me about this.
Recovered from the 3rd floor of the Abbottabad compound was this weapon. It was recovered from near bin Laden after the assault team killed him. It's not that weapon we always saw him with over the years in the videos. It's a variant of an AK called an AKSM, a later variant. But for us, this piece is where we touch the history of that operation. This puts us on those helicopters with that assault team. This is where we touch a successful mission.
And this was the gun that was right next to bin Laden when he was taken out.
Yes.
And what was this?
This goes back to 2001. It's an Al-Qaeda training manual. We suspected an Al-Qaeda safe house of being a chemical processing plant and called in bombing, went in to recover the intelligence afterwards and found this Al-Qaeda training manual with instructions on firing ground air missiles.
Okay, so this was not in the compound?
No, it was not.
Okay.
But this is covered from the earlier raid.
Fair to say this was his gun, bin Laden's gun?
Because of the quality of the weapon and its proximity to him, yes.
Wow. And he didn't fire a shot.
I wasn't there, I can't say.
Well, that supposedly he didn't. That was one of the things they said. Wow, look at that then.